Welcome to a journey of enlightenment and wisdom, where we explore timeless life lessons from one of history's most profound spiritual teachers, Gautama Buddha. Buddha's teachings transcend cultures and generations, offering guidance on how to navigate the complexities of life. He shared insights that resonate deeply within us, illuminating the path toward inner peace, compassion, and understanding. In a world filled with distractions and uncertainties, the lessons of Buddha remind us of the importance of mindfulness, the power of love and compassion, and the necessity of self-reflection. From the Four Noble Truths to the Noble Eightfold Path, Buddha's wisdom encourages us to seek clarity amidst chaos and to cultivate a life of purpose. Join us as we delve into these life lessons, drawing inspiration from Buddha's teachings to enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Let us awaken our minds and open our hearts to the profound truths that guide us toward a more meaningful existence. Are you ready to embark on this transformative journey? Let's begin. Today we will learn about Buddha's next life lesson: mindfulness. Sati. Mindfulness is the practice of maintaining a moment-by-moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and the surrounding environment. Rooted in Buddhist teachings, mindfulness has become a cornerstone of various therapeutic practices and is recognized worldwide for its benefits to mental and emotional well-being. 1. Definition and nature of mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment, without judgment. It involves observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they arise, without becoming attached to them or trying to change them. Mindfulness is characterized by awareness, conscious recognition of what is happening in the present moment. Acceptance, observing thoughts and feelings without trying to alter, resist, or judge them. Non-attachment, allowing experiences to come and go without clinging to them. 2. Historical and spiritual context. Mindfulness, or sati in Pali, is a central concept in Buddhist meditation and is one of the factors of the Noble Eightfold Path. It is traditionally practiced to cultivate insight, vipassana, into the nature of reality and to reduce suffering, dukkha. In Buddhism, mindfulness is not just about being present, it is also about understanding the three characteristics of existence: impermanence, anicca, recognizing that all things are transient and ever-changing; suffering, dukkha, acknowledging that attachment to things, people, or ideas leads to suffering; non-self, anatta, realizing that there is no permanent, unchanging self. 3. Modern applications of mindfulness. Mindfulness has been adapted into various secular practices, particularly in the field of psychology and wellness. Some of the most common applications include mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, developed by Jon Kabat-Zinn. This program uses mindfulness to help people cope with stress, anxiety, pain, and illness. Mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, MBCT, combines mindfulness practices with cognitive behavioral techniques to prevent the relapse of depression and manage other mental health conditions. Mindful parenting encourages parents to be fully present with their children, fostering better communication, understanding, and emotional regulation. 4. The practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness can be practiced formally and informally. Formal practice: sitting meditation, sitting quietly and focusing on the breath, bodily sensations, or a particular thought or feeling. The goal is to observe these experiences without judgment or attachment. Walking meditation, walking slowly and mindfully, paying attention to each step, the movement of the body, and the surrounding environment. Body scan, focusing attention sequentially on different parts of the body, noticing sensations and any tension without trying to change them. Informal practice, mindful eating, eating slowly, savoring each bite, and being fully present with the experience of taste, texture, and aroma. Mindful listening, Paying full attention to the sounds around you, whether it's a conversation, music, or the sounds of nature. Mindful breathing, taking moments throughout the day to focus on the breath, noticing the inhalation and exhalation without trying to control it. 5. Benefits of mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness has been shown to offer numerous benefits, including reduced stress. Mindfulness helps to reduce the body's stress response, leading to lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, improved focus and concentration. Regular mindfulness practice enhances attention and the ability to focus on tasks without getting distracted. Emotional regulation. Mindfulness helps individuals manage their emotions more effectively, leading to greater emotional stability. Enhanced self-awareness. Mindfulness cultivates a deeper understanding of one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, fostering self-compassion and personal growth. Better mental health. Mindfulness has been proven effective in reducing symptoms of depression, anxiety, and PTSD. 6. Challenges and misconceptions. While mindfulness is beneficial, it is not without its challenges. Difficulty in staying present. Many people struggle to maintain mindfulness because the mind naturally wanders. This is normal, and part of the practice is gently bringing the mind back to the present moment whenever it strays. Expectations of immediate results. Mindfulness is a skill that takes time to develop. Some people expect quick results and may become discouraged when they don't immediately experience significant benefits. Misunderstanding non-judgment. Non-judgment does not mean ignoring harmful behaviors or emotions. It means observing them without the additional layer of self-criticism or denial. 7. The role of mindfulness in daily life. Integrating mindfulness into daily life can transform ordinary activities into opportunities for practice. Morning routine. Begin the day with a few minutes of mindful breathing or meditation, setting a calm and focused tone for the day. Mindful work. Apply mindfulness to tasks at work, whether it's writing an email, attending a meeting, or solving a problem. Focus fully on the task at hand. Mindful communication. Practice being fully present in conversations, listening actively without planning your next response while the other person is speaking. Mindful relaxation. When relaxing, such as watching a sunset or enjoying a cup of tea, do so mindfully, fully immersing yourself in the experience. 8. Mindfulness and compassion. Mindfulness naturally leads to greater compassion, both for oneself and others. As we become more aware of our own suffering, we develop a deeper understanding of the suffering of others. This awareness fosters kindness, empathy, and a desire to alleviate suffering wherever it is found. Conclusion. Mindfulness is a powerful practice that cultivates present moment awareness and acceptance. It is deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings but has been widely adopted in various secular contexts due to its profound benefits. Through regular practice, mindfulness helps individuals reduce stress, enhance self-awareness, improve emotional regulation, and lead a more fulfilling and compassionate life. By integrating mindfulness into daily activities, one can transform ordinary moments into opportunities for deeper presence, insight, and inner peace. A short story on mindfulness. The Tale of Anaya and the Art of Mindfulness. Introduction. In a bustling town nestled between rolling hills and a flowing river, lived a young woman named Anaya. Known for her vibrant energy and endless to-do lists, Anaya was always on the move, her mind a whirlwind of thoughts and tasks. She had big dreams, but the constant busyness left her feeling drained and disconnected from herself and those around her. The unsettling restlessness. Anaya was a hard worker, always striving for more success, more productivity, more recognition. Yet, despite her accomplishments, she felt a deep restlessness. Her mind was constantly racing, jumping from one task to another, one worry to the next. Even in moments of quiet, her thoughts would not settle. She would replay conversations, plan future tasks, or dwell on past mistakes. This mental clutter left her feeling anxious and exhausted. One evening, after a particularly stressful day at work, Anaya found herself unable to sleep. She stared at the ceiling, her mind churning with unresolved worries. Desperate for relief, she decided to take a walk to clear her head. The wise old monk. As Anaya walked through the quiet streets, she noticed an old monk sitting under a tree by the riverbank. The monk was a familiar figure in the town, known for his calm demeanor and wisdom. Drawn by his peaceful presence, Anaya approached him and, after a moment's hesitation, sat down beside him. The monk greeted her with a warm smile and asked, "What troubles you, my child?" Anaya sighed and poured out her heart. She spoke of her endless worries, her inability to relax, and the constant feeling that she was missing out on something more meaningful in life. The monk listened patiently, nodding occasionally. When Anaya finished, he remained silent for a moment before speaking. The teaching of the pebble. The monk reached into his robe and pulled out a small, smooth pebble. He held it up for Anaya to see and said, "This pebble is like your mind, constantly in motion, never at rest. But just as a pebble can settle, so too can your mind." He then gently tossed the pebble into the river. Anaya watched as it created ripples on the surface before sinking to the bottom, where it lay still and undisturbed. "Your mind," the monk continued, "is like the river. When it is agitated, it is full of ripples and waves. But when it is still, it reflects everything clearly, like a mirror. To calm your mind, you must learn to be present in the moment, to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. This is the practice of mindfulness. The practice of mindfulness begins." Anaya was intrigued by the monk's words. She asked him how she could practice mindfulness in her daily life. The monk explained that mindfulness was about paying attention to the present moment with full awareness, without judgment. He taught her a simple mindfulness exercise, to focus on her breath. Whenever your mind starts to wander, he said, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Feel the air as it enters and leaves your body. Let your breath anchor you to the present moment. Anaya thanked the monk and promised to try the practice, the struggles of the mind. In the days that followed, Anaya began practicing mindfulness. She started each morning with a few minutes of mindful breathing, focusing on the sensation of her breath. At first, she found it difficult. Her mind would wander after just a few breaths, pulling her into thoughts of the past or worries about the future. But remembering the monk's advice, she gently guided her attention back to her breath each time. She also tried to bring mindfulness into her daily activities. When eating, she focused on the taste and texture of her food. When walking, she paid attention to the feeling of her feet touching the ground. When working, she focused fully on one task at a time, rather than juggling multiple things at once. Mindful moments and discoveries. As the days turned into weeks, Anaya noticed subtle changes. The more she practiced mindfulness, the more moments of clarity and calm she experienced. She began to notice things she had previously overlooked, the vibrant colors of the flowers in her garden, the soothing sound of the river flowing by, the warmth of the sun on her skin. She also became more aware of her thoughts and emotions. Instead of being swept away by them, she learned to observe them with curiosity and compassion. When worries arose, she acknowledged them without letting them consume her. When difficult emotions surfaced, she sat with them, breathing through them, allowing them to pass naturally. Mindfulness in relationships. One of the most significant changes Anaya noticed was in her relationships. By practicing mindfulness, she became more present with the people in her life. She listened more deeply, without thinking about what to say next or getting distracted by other thoughts. Her conversations became more meaningful, and her connections with others deepened. Her family and friends noticed the change in her. She was calmer, more patient, and more attentive. The restlessness that had once defined her was fading, replaced by a quiet sense of contentment, the gift of the present moment. One day, while walking by the river where she had first met the monk, Anaya paused to take in the scene around her. The sun was setting, casting a golden glow over the water. The air was cool and crisp, and the sound of the river was like a gentle lullaby. As she stood there, Anaya realized something profound. Life was happening in this very moment. Not in the past, not in the future, but right now. All the beauty, peace, and joy she had been seeking were already here, in the present moment. With a deep breath, Anaya let go of the need to rush, to worry, to strive for something more. She simply stood there, fully present, fully alive, and fully at peace. Conclusion: Anaya's journey into mindfulness transformed her life. Through the simple yet profound practice of being present, she found a sense of peace and fulfillment that had eluded her for so long. She learned that mindfulness was not about escaping the challenges of life, but about embracing each moment with awareness, acceptance, and compassion. Her story reminds us that in the midst of our busy lives, we too can find moments of peace and clarity by practicing mindfulness. By being present in the here and now, we can discover the beauty and richness of life that is always available to us. If only we take the time to notice. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the timeless wisdom of Buddha. We've explored profound life lessons that offer us a deeper understanding of suffering, the nature of our desires, and the path to true inner peace and liberation. The Four Noble Truths teach us to recognize and accept the reality of suffering, to understand its origins, and to believe in the possibility of its end. By following the Noble Eightfold Path, we can cultivate a life of mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, leading us to profound inner transformation and lasting happiness. Remember, these teachings are not just ancient philosophies but practical guides for our everyday lives. Whether it's through right understanding, right action, or right mindfulness, each step we take on this path brings us closer to a state of balance and serenity. As we conclude, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each of you for your time, attention, and openness to these teachings. Your willingness to learn and grow is the first step towards a more enlightened and peaceful existence. Thank you for being a part of this journey. If you found value in these lessons, please share them with others who might benefit. Together, we can spread the light of wisdom and compassion in our world. Until next time, may you walk your path with mindfulness and may your life be filled with peace and joy. Namaste.